Radio Garage back on the bench. Got a Cobra 148 GTL. Gonna do a restore refurb deal on this one. This is for Harold. Appreciate your patience. Going to do a whole bunch of stuff to this. Yeah, right. We got the lid popped and standard crystal kit over here, which these work just fine. So that should be good to go. Just gonna need to, it comes with a couple adjustment pots. We'll take care of that, get that dialed in. Now, if you look down in here, we're gonna find our little splatter culprit. All right, let me get something here to point. This way you guys, if you ever want to check out your own radio or something. And it's gonna be right, see that? TR24 right here is missing, okay? So they pulled out your limiter. Alright, I'm back with the 148. We have it all recapped. Got, of course, upgraded filter cap here. A couple other caps are changed in value, help the radio, better performance. We're going to be doing the 10-turn clarifier right now. I got that out, ready to go. This has to be made larger here, because if you guys look, that will not fit into a stock faceplate. Alright, here's a 10-turn. These are really nice, high precision. And got the talkback done, high cut filter done. Talkback ended up being back here. I was going to do all the switches up front, but I remembered that we need a switch spot up here for the digital S meter. We need a momentary switch. So I'm going to put the momentary switch up here for the S meter. And then you're going to have the high cut is on the tone, and then your talkback will be back there. That'll take care of your 3 switches. So I'm gonna get doing this, and then I'm gonna probably work on that digital S meter build next. All right, so I'm getting ready to do the digital S meter. Now with these, they come as a kit. All right, it comes in like 3 different things. You got your nano board. The controller basically is what that is. You get your OLED display, so that sits inside the meter once you modify this. And then here's your actual wires and parts that you have to follow the schematic to build. Looks like they forgot the capacitor again, so I'll just add my own capacitor. Maybe an issue for somebody if they buy a kit and don't have a large supply of parts or capacitors on hand. But what I do with these is, if I get a bad meter, if I replace a meter on a radio, I'll save the housing if it's a good housing, like it's not all discolored and just junked up. But you don't need the guts or anything from the inside, so all this is going to get stripped out. This all comes off, okay? And then all you're left with is the shell. And you have to cut off the one side here, and then you fit in your meter, then you attach it back on. I usually use some hot glue. And then you just find a home for this and get everything in there nice and neat and as good as you can. And then you got to find a spot for a momentary switch, which like I said, I believe I said earlier in the video, I'm going to do the CBPA switch for this one. And then I'll be back and show you how it came out. And then after that is just the frequency counter I got to wire up. And we got the talkback switch back here. We have the variable power on the SWR. We have, I got the new receive transmit light here done. It's going to be red blue now. A lot of other things done already in this thing. So we're getting along down to the home stretch here. A couple more things to do, and that'll be it. I am going to start the frequency counter install and modification. Well, actually you have to modify it first, then you could install it. Alright, so this is a new, supposedly unmodifiable, as many people will say and tell you, a unmodifiable Texas Ranger frequency counter. Not like the old Galaxy FC-347s, not like the old FC-390s, and so forth. I think there was actually one other model number in there as well, 347, 390, and then maybe that was it. But take off the housing. This is all you're left with. Big difference than the old ones, right, guys? I'm sure everybody had their hands in the older ones, you had the big board and the counter module and everything, and you used to just put a jumper wire in there and away you'd go. So with these, if you're not comfortable with this kind of surface mount technology, then stay away. I'm back with the 148. She is all done. Got the unmodifiable frequency counter modified. And what I'm thinking about doing, guys, actually, yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put this announcement out there. If somebody wants to either send in a counter like this or purchase one from me, I will modify it for a Cobra 148 Grand XL or something else with the 7.8 IF, and then send it back to you. This way it's ready to go when you get it. And then you would just have to do your harness. I could tell you what wires need to go where, and then you'd be all set. So this one is all done. It's working well. It's kind of hard, the numbers there. If I put a little something on top, then it takes the glare away. Little shield, but yep, everything's working good. We're on 20 there. Got your digital S meter in. Came out great. Got your Aesthetic 636 carbon fiber new microphone with the 5-pin now. So that is wired up for this radio. Like I said, this thing had a laundry list of stuff. I'm trying to remember from the last video some stuff that maybe I didn't go over yet, but also too, I got the S meter option on the website now as well for guys, in case anybody didn't know that I offer that. The digital S meter, that's on the website. So got the frequency counter installed with the harness, quick connect out here out the back. All right, got your they're just going to go over everything here quick. AM regulator upgrade, 10-turn clarifier we went with on the clarifier control. I don't know if I had already said that. You're going to really like that. The blue LED, which I toned that down so it's not so bright. And then, yeah, the microphone and variable power on here. I'll go over that with you on your SWR. I think that's it. Oh, I did have to give you a new SO239 connector in the back too. Yours was kind of shot. Here's your momentary switch for the S meter. I don't know if I went over that at all yet. Sorry if these clips are kind of mixed matched because from one day to the next, the radio builds have been taking multiple days. All right, so let's just go over the S meter here quick. Show you some functions. Push down. There's just another way you could view the S meter. This is just like a single bar graph. Plug this in here, show you. And sideband. All right. Source analysis. So we're getting 3.9 right now, and I'm on 14. If you take this up, I mean, it's pretty much dead accurate. There's 14.4, and we got 14.3. So give or take, you know, just a littlest bit. Key it up, it will show voltage drop. So that's good, you could account for that. And what else do we have? This just says voltage and then S meter as far as signal. Okay, gives it in millivolts. Then you're back to that. Now, if you hold down the momentary switch for just a little bit longer than a quick press. Hope I did one too fast. Then when it goes dim, and you could adjust your settings. So that was at the dimmest. Then we start getting brighter, brighter, Brighter. Brighter. You can leave it right there. So that's how that works. And then if you want to invert the display, I'm trying to think. Invert, I think, is an extra long hold. Yeah. And now it's inverted. So now it's white in the background. There we go. All right, so that's that. Let's get testing this thing. I'll show you what we got going on here. Put my light on. Show you for power, then we'll get on the scope. I'll use your microphone for the audio testing. So let's see, dynamite down. We'll start with the carrier all the way down here, 50 watt slug. She goes down to almost nothing, so you have full range for your amp. See, find out where your sweet spot is for that amplifier, okay? Start rolling it up. I limited you on the carrier control on the top end. I'm only having it go up to about 4.5, 4. Okay, so there's 4 watts is warming up. It came up just a hair. I'll show you average power. It's got nice average power swing. Here we go. Mic gain. Getting like 7 out of it. Now I'm going to take it down about 2 watts here. I think this is probably where you're going to be running closer to around this area. Not sure, but I'm just going to take a guess. So here is 2 watts, close enough. And like 5.5 bird out of it from a 2 watt carrier, so that's great. And then we'll just fully test out our peak here. Audio check break. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from the 2 watt carrier. She's swinging about 18, 19, 20 watts. Hello, check, 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 check. Yeah, about 19. I'll do carrier up all the way now. Full carrier. Hello, radio, same peak, audio, maybe a 1/2 watt more. Audio check. Okay, we're gonna go to sideband. Here's sideband. Hello, radio check break. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just a hair more on sideband. 20, 21 watt sideband all the way up. Check, 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 check. Great numbers, great numbers. Old 1969 final. Get it to you, show you the scope. We're a little over 2 divisions. I could turn this down another hair here. Get a little bit closer. Get it to the 2 watt mark here. Alright, so there's 2 watts. We're a little over 2 divisions. I'll put the audio into it. So yeah, well over 100% clean modulation on this one. Okay. Pull that out of there. Let's get it set up for sideband. Show you the multi-tone, two-tone. Alright. There's that. We got this where it needs to be. And let me adjust my frequency here. Oops. Hold on a second, guys. There we go. There you go. Looking great. Alright. So there's sideband, there's AM on the scope. There is all your transmit power checks. Now we'll just check a little bit of audio over the air. Got it on sideband. Go up to the monitor. Okay. Turn up our volume. Hello, radio check. Hello, 1 2 1 2 1 2. Radio check. Audio. 1 2 3 4 and 5. 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 and 5. Audio check. Here's, oh, actually, let me go back to AM. I'll show you the clarifier. Let me show you the 10 turn working for the unlock. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That actually sounds even maybe a little bit better right there. So she's sounding great, and it's all lined up as far as your frequency. I'll show you where it sounds great. Is 272250, so the counter's lined up. Alright, now let's just move this a little bit, and we'll go this way, and you can hear 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then we can get ourselves back on. This radio really doesn't drift at all. Hello, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we come back, and there we go. Alright. AM 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Audio check. Cobra 148 JTL. Cobra 148 JTL. Yep, there we go. That's with the mic gain up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and sounded real great. Okay. All right. So that is that. I'll just show it to you on the receive. I actually forgot a couple other things I wanted to show with this. So I have talkback on the back switch here. Okay. 1, 2. Oh, that's okay. So it's on now. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. It's coming out of this speaker right here. 1, 2, 1, 2. So if you think that's loud enough, then it's great. If you want it a little bit louder, like I could probably go a little bit louder with it, then let me know. I'll switch out the value for the talkback resistor, and I'll make it a little louder for you, but I just didn't want it to end up squealing or anything like that. If you ended up like using something besides the noise canceling mic. The other thing we got going on here is the high cut filter. I forgot to show that. So that was actually, it was on. This is what it off. Okay. Okay, gonna do some receiver checking here. Here is sideband. We're gonna do 12 dB, 121, just over 12 there, you saw. And then if I do the high cut, I should bump it up a little bit. So we went up 2 dB there, 13, 14. All right, just saw 14 there a second ago. So yeah, we got a little bit better receive with that high cut on. Take that off, and then I'll show you AM. Well, let me let you hear it first. Okay, plug this back in here, and go to AM. Yeah, let me leave that off for now. Okay, so obviously you're going to hear way down farther than that, but it's just where it came in for 12. And this one here looks like about 110 on AM. There's AM. And right there. Okay. All right. So that's that for the receive. I'll let you hear that now. Okay. Go a lot farther down than 110 before you really lose the signal. Here's like 128. You can hear that in there. And what else? That's pretty much it. I'll just show you S9 quick. I got your digital S meter calibrated. So up to -73. Okay, and get on the right channel here. There you go. Hopefully that's coming up okay if I don't have the camera straight. I've said this before in other videos. Yeah, you can see it there. We're right on. If I start adjusting this down, see, it'll start backing off. The S meter move. And if I go stronger than an S9, if somebody's giving you 30 dB over, see, it goes all the way over. Okay. And I don't know if I showed it to you, the S meter working on transmit. Let me show you that quick. Let me just unplug this and unplug the dummy load back in. And let's just see the S meter working on transmit. It does work for AM and sideband, alright? So here's AM. If you can see that, hopefully. Okay, moves with the modulation and everything. Here's lower side. We won't have a carrier, but hello, hello, 1 2, hello, 1 2 3 4. So there you go. Everything's working good. Nice little setup you're gonna have here. You got your counter. You got oh, actually too, we have extra channels over there. So let me just show you that quick. Forgot about showing you the extra channels. Now this wants to move on me. I had this little rubber band was underneath it to keep it steady. Let's see which way we gotta go here. So there would be under 40. You may have to adjust your clarifier a little bit for going above or over 40 because I have it adjusted for your regular 40. So there you go. Then here's your regular, and then here's your aboves. This looks like these are right on. Okay. So there you go. You get the triple nickel. Well, there's a lot of activity on there for sideband. Usually I think upper on 555, but yep. All these channels get traffic with how busy it gets on 38, so there you go. All right, so thank you very much, Harold. Really appreciate it. Like I said, so a couple announcements. I'm hoping to start mail-ins at the beginning of next year, so sometime in January. And then also too, guys, I want to get a raffle together, and Galaxy DX959Bs are back in stock if anybody's interested. And what I'm thinking about doing is a raffle with a 959 and an amplifier. I actually got a couple little amps in that I'm going to put on the website. I want to test them out first, get a video out, and then I'll put them up for sale. If one of them doesn't sell before the raffle, then I'll just use one of them. If not, I'll get another one. But if anybody needs any amplifiers, okay, I'm working with Fatboy. I'm a direct dealer with Fatboy amplifiers, so I'm not doing the MOSFET amps anymore just because I really wasn't super happy with some of the stuff I was seeing with them. Like the RM Italy's, basically you get told, you know, it's not fixable and throw it away. So yeah, with these, at least the Fatboys, it's real RF transistors, you know, and you can get it repaired either by me or by them or whatever. And I just think it's going to be a better all-around deal. So that was just a quick little announcement I wanted to say, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. The Radio Garage. We're off the key.